Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more of the LEGO Ninjago movie video games. So let's hop right in and continue the game. So last time, I completed Location 4, got Spinjitzu on Cole. And basically that's everything that happened last location, if I'm being honest. Other than a boss fight with regular Garmadon with Wu and Lloyd, and pretty much that's everything that really happened for the most part. If I'm being honest, so let's just go ahead and just head to location 5. Also, keep in mind, this might be the shortest LEGO series I've ever had on my entire series that I've actually completed. Now I know that my LEGO movie video game series, I know that'll be shorter, but I canceled that, so that's why I'm saying completed series. So let's just go ahead and go to the next location area. So that way I can actually try and see everything I need to get done. I think that this green area right here is the location for the next level segment. Might as well just call them location segments. Really, I could have just opened the map instead of doing all of this. Jesus Christ, I feel so stupid learning this so late into the game. I feel so stupid for that, if I'm being honest. But either way, let's just try and finish up location 5. There should be like 8 locations, judging by the trophy list. Maybe 9, judging by if there's a separate final boss that's like not part of location 8. But yeah. Sorry about that. I just had to turn off notifications real quick. Like, since those are kind of gonna get in the way at one point or another.
And he's your younger brother.
He's my younger brother.
How is that possible? You look much younger.
Thank you.
How did you gain 2 arms? Don't put it like that.
That's not the best way to say it.
I was bit by a snake.
No.
Yes. So the snake had a bunch of arms?
They don't have arms.
Exactly. Do you mean like a spider?
Oh, no. I was bit by a snake, and then the snake had been bitten by a spider.
Hey, you know what? We should be practicing silence right now.
Sorry. It's just when you talk, I don't want to listen. But when he talks,
Wait,
I want to listen.
so Wu is the younger brother? How does that make sense?
See what I mean about
Like,
the big voice? That's how
like,
he talks.
Do it again?
Wu looks so much older than Garmadon. Is it like due to like the mystical arts that are different between them? Like, like that prevents
Thank you, Zane.
Garmadon from visibly aging. Is that like how that works?
Well,
Or
looks
something?
like there's no way through.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to turn back. Come on, Lloyd.
I'm assuming that is, like how that
Is it,
works, or maybe it's like
sense
through
of
the
unease
dark
because you're
arts that
clearly walking
Garmadon
into a
stated
trap?
he has.
No, quite the opposite.
Last video,
feel
I think that could be the reason. So it seems like Zane has his Spinjitzu abilities now,
Wu had to teach you
but
about inner balance,
will
didn't he?
I get access to any of the other Spinjitzu abilities, like for Jay, Kai, Nia, Lloyd? Will I get any of their Spinjitzu abilities? I already got one for Cole, and now one for Zane. And I already had one for Wu. I just don't have one for Kai, Nia, Jay, and Lloyd. So yeah, let's just go ahead and finish up this level already.
That could just
Wait,
be you.
I think I can use...
Thanks!
Yep, I can use Garmadon. That's gonna be so funny to use throughout this level. Like, I think he's more or less made to be, like, more of a joke kind of character. For this level anyways. Well, you never know. Because he could actually end up having some kind of use, to some degree. Okay, let's go ahead and freeze over this water right here. Come on, Garmadon, you were blocking the view, Garmadon. Like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, what about me?
Wait, there's fire, so that clearly shows that Kai will get his Spinjitzu abilities at least at some point or another.
You coming to get me yet?
So it seems like, Cole's, Spinjitzu ability is more or less just breaking larger areas. You know, and then, Zane seems
one,
more
Zane.
useful for,
Correction. I think you mean
you know,
ice one.
freezing stuff
LOL.
over. I think that, you know, like, Jay would be more useful for, like, powering stuff. Pi would be more akin to, like,
We should be
burning
able to get
stuff,
this
like
working.
wood and
That's
ice.
pretty rickety.
We can use this to build something.
I don't know what
going
Nia's
on
or
up there?
Royd's could possibly be, since, you know, they don't seem to have, like, direct, visible elemental powers. You know, like, how
Okay,
the rest of
this
them
is
do.
more like it.
Like Jay,
It's about time.
Zane,
You and
Kai,
the generals that have fired you all right
and,
now.
Cole do. Jay, Zane, Kai, and Cole. I almost forgot about Cole's name there for a second, somehow. Wait, let's freeze over this water. Let's just see if I can. Doesn't seem like I can. Okay, seems like I'm gonna need to
It's
put
working.
Garment on here.
It worked.
See the
Yep.
Lloyd.
Seems like he does
Or
have
a big
somewhat
bag
of a use
Or a big bag of
for
sand.
Garment on, no matter how ridiculous he
back.
looks.
Hey, did you all see that?
Must have been an
So yeah, let's just go ahead and try and finish up this location already. Okay, I'm pretty close to filling up the stud meter. I just want to try and at least get it to as close to 10 as possible for the total stud meter that I have filled up out of 20. I want to try and at least get it to 10 as close as possible. So that way I can actually at least prove that I made decent progress.
Do you think it's really
I've
a
already
bottomless
I think I've
chasm?
already got
Well, I ain't
5
about to find out.
out of 10. So yeah, if I manage to get all of these done and collect enough studs, I should have enough by the end of the game. Unless if it gets too ridiculous and outrageous by then, for how many studs I'll need. But even then, I probably would encounter enough enemies by then
bones.
to collect as
Nothing
much
we can't
studs as
handle, ninjas.
possible.
Get ready.
Oh, a bunch of skeletons. Yeah, that's clearly gonna need some manpower, so Cole it is. Cole is easily the best fighter here, considering, you know, like, his hammer really works well. Like, it really does numbers against all enemies, if I'm being honest. Well, I lost some studs there regardless, so...
Defending their kingdom.
Yeah, that
They
really
might think we're
sucks, if
invading.
I'm being honest. Well, at least I can actually focus on beating this area right here with this, skeleton, you know, being the last one I need to beat. Oh man, I think I lost some studs. That really sucks. But yeah, it really doesn't matter too much. I just really wish I could get enough to fill up the rest of the stud meter that I wanted to fill up. Wait, I need to use Zane here, I think. Yep. Now let's see what I gotta do here. Seems like I gotta twirl. Never mind, I gotta run across this to twirl. Yeah, I'm gonna call basically the spinny things, I'm gonna call those twirls. Okay, let's just jump across already. So that way I can actually, you know, get through this level. Well, location, but still,
These
it's
look
pretty much
safe.
still a level. Okay, I'm gonna need coal, to break this. I just don't know what use the other Spinjitzu abilities will have, if I'm being honest. Maybe, like, particularly for Nia and Lloyd, since, I don't know what Nia's element is, like, directly. I'm pretty sure it's just water. But I don't know what Lloyd's could possibly be, considering green really isn't an element that would make sense. Maybe it could be used for, like, plant life or something. Maybe that would be it, to some degree, but I doubt it. You know, considering there aren't really too many plant requirements for, you know, Lego games. Like, that's usually a more rarer puzzle to
I don't
encounter,
want to.
if if I'm being honest. Like, that's easily one of the rarest puzzle types you could come across with, in particular. Okay, let's just go ahead and use the Spinjitzu powers. Like, any of them will work the same, no matter what character you use. I'm pretty sure. Now, that could change sometime in the future.
Ready down below.
Okay. Now, let's go ahead and use this real
Nice,
quick.
good jitsuing.
I wish Master Wu was here.
Now
so
let's
I could
swap the
ask him if
Garmadon
I'll ever
to
need my Spinjitzu
have him
powers.
sit on this
Great work,
platform right
ninjas.
here.
Of course
Yep,
it did.
okay.
I was involved.
I gotta try and see if I can get anything else, like, out of this area. Now keep in mind, I will be trying to fill up the skill tree. I will be trying to do that, but as of right now, I only need, like, 9 more tokens, and I doubt I'll get enough by the end of the game. Well, I just fell off. I wasn't intending to do that. Wait, did you see that? It seemed like Garmadon had a missing... His, like, cage was missing there for a second.
I've found my balance.
Okay. You know what? If anything, from what I remember, one thing I really like about Nia's writing in the movie is how much they made her, like, less whiny. You know? Like, they made her less whiny in the movie in comparison to the original series. Honestly, I just really hate whiny characters that are built like Nia in their original Ninjago run. Like, that's easily a type of character I really despise. Like, honestly, I'm just glad that they removed the whiny aspect away from Nia altogether. You know? Because it easily would have just dragged her down and just made her less visibly usable for me, like, personally. Okay, let's freeze over this water here, so that way I can run up. You guys saw that too, right? You saw that I went inside the ice whenever it was forming, right? You know, like, whenever I froze over that water, like, I weirdly glitched inside the physics engine of the ice that was forming. So yeah. Also, keep in mind, I'm filming this like a couple hours after my last 2 videos, but I'm only, you know, I only saved up the uploading segment of them, you know, because I wanted to upload all my videos at once, to be perfectly honest. Alright, let's just try and deal with all of this. But yeah, the part that disappoints me the most about all of this is how much they made Zane useless throughout the entire game. You know, like, they basically took away most of his usefulness with his weapon, and the only useful thing about him now is just the ability to freeze things over. That's pretty much the only thing he has going for him now in the game. And that honestly really sucks, considering Zane is, like, my favorite ninja out of, like, the core 6. Especially the core 4. But yeah. It just really sucks to see, my favorite character dragged that far down in usefulness. Especially with how much his plot was relevant for the overarching narrative of the original Ninjago series. Like, it just really sucks, you know? Like, I just wish Zane had more usefulness. Same with Cole, considering both of them have pretty much the same level of usefulness throughout the entire game. You know, like, it just really sucks. I just wish that they did my favorite characters a lot better. But yeah. Let's just go ahead and get through all of this real quick. Okay, I have to try that again. Because I accidentally jumped off before all of that went away. And I just ran across directly. Okay, I'm gonna need a bunch more studs. Yeah, I can tell I am. Mostly since I need, like, what, 90,000 more studs. Like a little bit under that. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more studs by the end of the game, to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's go ahead and build. See what I can do here. Finally, they actually show why it's called Spin Jitsu in this game, and actually, you know, have the character spin. You know? Like that honestly made way too little sense to be called Spin Jitsu and not have the character spin. You know, the only part that even made sense to call it Spin Jitsu is just the fact that they create tornadoes in the little animation. You know, and it just feels so stupid considering the fact that I'm pretty sure Spin Jitsu is like one of the most pivotal traits of the original series. You know, like besides the golden weapons. And the green ninja, of course. So yeah, it just really sucks how much they watered down everything in this game. And also, I'm pretty sure they did the same in the movie, too. Like, it just really sucks seeing how much they watered down everything. But yeah, let's just try and beat the level already. And just see what I can do. Okay, seems like I gotta break this with a sword. Why were none of the characters jumping across? Okay, where's Kai? Where is he? I have no clue where Kai is. And I need him. Oh. Seems like I'm just gonna have to use Lloyd, considering I don't think Kai's part of this level. Let's just go ahead and cut up these vines. Yeah, it just really sucks that Kai, who's like one of the most pivotal ninjas since I'm pretty sure he's like one of the first ones we're introduced to, like chronologically. Yeah, it just really sucks that he's not part of too many levels, if I'm being honest. I don't know why it wasn't letting me attack, even though I was hitting the square button. I just don't know what was going wrong. I just think it's something to do with my controller or the game. But either way, let's just go ahead and break all this stuff right here. And then just build whatever I need to. Yeah, I haven't been using Lloyd too much for building.
Now
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off on my...
Yeah, much as I hate to side with the most evil person who ever lived,
You're too kind.
but I'm getting a pretty bad vibe here too.
It's okay. We can deal with anything this jungle throws at us.
Oh, so have you magically discovered your spinjitzu power too? I'll shut up now.
Oh man.
Oh, so Nia has water powers. That's honestly
We're
kind of
going
cool.
to get through this.
I was thinking that she would have water powers. Considering, you know, fire powers wouldn't make sense. Steam power, that would be too close to Kai's power of fire, since, you know, I think that would just, you know, blend too closely together, since, you know, fire is required to make steam. And none of the other elements would make sense, considering those, most of the other generic elements would, you know, belong to other characters, so, the only two elements that she could have gotten is just water or plant life, and the only one that would make sense is water, considering the only ninja that would make sense for plant life is Lloyd, since he is the power of green. So yeah. Let's just see what I can do here. Seems like I'm gonna have to use more characters. You know what? I've been thinking recently. Honestly, this game is honestly pretty fun. It just seems like there's... But the problem I do have is the fact that, you know, a lot of the levels just... Like, it just feels like there's not enough levels to satisfy an average LEGO player. You know, for whatever for what the subject matter is, being Ninjago, which is one of the biggest LEGO franchises ever. You know, like, it just feels like there's just way too little to be done with one of the biggest LEGO IPs ever. You know, that's actually generic and unique. Wait, actually not generic, but unique to Lego as a whole. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it just feels like an insult, considering two of the biggest Lego IPs is for Lego City, which that was already pretty long in itself for what I played of that, for its video game. And then there's Ninjago. Yeah, there's other IPs, but they're not as big as Ninjago or Lego City, you know? It just really sucks seeing this much disrespect being thrown to Ninjago. Like, especially since it was a large part of a lot of people's childhoods, you know? Like, it just sucks seeing so much blatant disrespect being thrown around to it, for what it is, anyways. Yeah, Cole's stuck. I'm gonna have to break him out. Okay. Now let's go ahead and head through.
Look, Nia, more drums. Think you can fill them with water?
Okay. Now let's go ahead and swap to Nia real quick. So that way I can fill up these drums of water and stuff. Yep, let's go ahead and fill up this one. Yeah, I really just want to get done with this game, so that way I can move on to other games in the process. But yeah, it seems like this level is going to be really long. Okay, let's fill up these one things already, so that way I can actually get done with the level. Okay. Honestly, something that I really like so far is that the fact that they're a free camera, whenever a bunch of other LEGO games don't really have the same quality. Like, they mostly have, like, a stationary camera. Like, I prefer a free camera because I feel like that helps out a lot with my combat style being what it is. With more, you know, centric on, like, actually hitting things and freedom, you know? Like, that's honestly how I handle a lot of my combat style. It's like a lot of freedom of movement. Heck, that's the main reason why I've been holding them back on, you know, Resident Evil 1, like, for all this time. Like, that's the main reason why. It's because it just has so much limitations on what it is. Considering the camera is, you know, like, not over the shoulder or anything. Like, it's just, I think it's, like, stationary. That's what you would call it. I'm not too much, like, well-versed on mechanics, especially camera mechanics.
We did it! We're through!
Not bad.
I'm just more or less,
Though you
like,
wouldn't have had to go through all that
you
if
know,
you'd
well-versed
listened
in,
to
like,
me.
other mechanics,
Wonder what
like,
these statues are for.
you know, I don't know what to call it, but, like, character control. Like, that's more of what I'm used to, whenever it comes to, you know, gaming and stuff. I'm not used to, like, camera-related stuff. Since I'm not a cinematographer, I'm clearly not. The closest thing I am to that is just a YouTuber, and I'm barely one at that, considering I'm just playing a game and just talking into a mic. But yeah. Let's just see what I can do here. Wait, I'm gonna need Zane. You know, to freeze over this water. Both ends of it, I think.
You did it, Zane! You're kidding, right?
Okay. Now let's go ahead and see what I can do here. Yep. Zane's stuck in the ground. Okay, let's just see what I can do. I don't know if this is the end of the location. Hopefully it is, because I just really want to move on with other games. Since, you know, I've been focusing so much on LEGO games recently that it's just getting kind of stale. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like LEGO games, and the ones I have been playing are really fun. I just don't really want to deal with too much more of LEGO games right now. Now, in the future, that will change, inevitably so. Because, you know, I still have a lot of LEGO games to work on. But as of right now, I'm just going to try and focus on other games, since I do have a lot of other games I need to get done as well. You know, like, that's the main thing I really got to get done, if I'm being honest, is just other LEGO games. I mean, not other LEGO games, but other games in general. Okay, let's just see if I can get, you know, the remaining studs I need here. Okay, let's just try and beat all these skeletons, or at least this... Wait, is there, like, another one here? Because it seems like there should be another one. Crap, did it glitch? Crap, that really sucks if it did. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Thank God it didn't glitch. That honestly makes me really glad that it didn't bug out.
Difficult to see in here.
What, you afraid of the dark?
No, just the things inside it.
I mean, come on, Jay does have a little bit of reason to be scared right now, considering how many monsters and enemies
Oh,
you had to face in this one forest.
A pig. We caught a pig. A big pig. Hey.
Garmadon?
You. You. Ha! Well, this is lucky, isn't it? Okay, General, let me out of this cage. Then see about getting me some lunch. That's an order, General Number One.
You can't give me orders. You fired me.
Out of a volcano!
Sorry, one moment. Run, yeah?
Jesus
Run, okay?
Christ, Garmadon.
Run. Shall
Why
we?
did you do that?
Good to go? Okay, great. Sorry, thanks for that. Run!
Yeah, let's just get out of here. And also, why is Garmadon asking
Find
other
the
people
weapon!
to get him out of the cage whenever he can so clearly do that himself just by, you know, lifting it over his head? Like, it can't be that hard to lift over a cage over your head, considering his feet are free, so clearly the bottom isn't blocked off, so he could just lift it over his head. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if I should go back for the 100% on this game. I honestly don't think I should, you know, past the skill tree. That's pretty much the furthest I really want to go in terms of, you know, outright, gold weapons? But yeah, the skill tree is about the furthest I want to go to outright, 100% completion. That's about the furthest I really want to go. But yeah. Okay, let's see what this... Let's just finish off this stuff right here before I end the video. Because I want to at least... Wait, actually, never mind. That would take like 4,000 studs. Alright. That's going to be the end of today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.